address the people who want to get to these sounds, but don't want to drag an actual physical guitar piece around.
Hey, I'm Mitch Gallagher from Sweetwater. We are checking out Universal Audio's Paradise Guitar Studio. This is a plug-in that runs in any DAW, and it gives you amplifiers, it gives you gain effects, it gives you delays, reverbs, compressors, the whole thing. Basically, it's a complete guitar production studio. We're going to give you a tour. So what do we have here? We have a collection of Universal Audio's amplifiers. So you have the amplifier section here. These are effects blocks before the amp. These are effects blocks after the amp. We can select our amp here, and we can see that there are 6 different types.
Right.
But within those, there are subtypes. So if we stay with our enigmatic, we can see that we have actually 4 different versions of that. Suede, silver, cream, black. They each have slightly different tonalities, slightly different features. We've got customization features here. So the preamp mods, bright cap, the overdrive trim, HRM EQ if you want that, and so on. So that's just the enigmatic. So really, even though it looks like we have 6 amps here, we actually have more than that, because if we go with the Lion, for example, we've got 3 different Marshalls that are available there. If we go down here to Woodrow even, we've got 3 different versions of that as well. You got boost, you can turn on and off, so different features you can bring in for each of these amps to really customize the amp.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not just like 6 static pictures of an amp. It's like you've got the full complement.
And these are, if I understand correctly, these are basically the same algorithms as are in the UA pedals.
Right.
Similarly, we have a bunch of different cabs.
Right.
How many of them do we have in here?
I think we counted 35.
Something like that, man. There's a ton of different things here. You can look at just the 1x12s, 2x12s, 4x12s, and so on. So a lot of different choices there. They have different mic combinations on them, different placements, that kind of thing.
Yeah, you can really dial it in just at the amp.
Yep. And then, of course, you can add things afterwards. So if we go here, you know, in the post position, you can actually put distortion. So you could put a fuzz after the amp if you wanted to,
That's crazy, man.
Kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But you also have the more standard things you do. We've got a studio compressor here, Universal Audio 1176 in this case. We've got different reverbs, a Lexicon 224 here. And if we jump over to in front of the amp, we have the same set of effects, but they're feeding into the amplifier. So we can put a Klon in front of it, or we can put a Nobels, or whatever we want to put in front of the amplifier to get the sound that we want. And again, all the others as well.
Man, and the EQ thing's super powerful, because you've got different EQs, and you can put them at, again, either end of the chain.
Yeah, so we could put a 10-band EQ first in the chain.
Right.
And then, of course, you can make all your adjustments, all your changes you want there. Output level, so on. You can bypass and engage, and all your effects can be set up here. And then we also have a master level feeding into the amp.
Yeah.
And we've got a master level feeding out of the amp into the post effects as well. And that's in addition to the guitar input level here. There's also a gate on the input level.
Exactly.
And then there's a master output level for the entire plug-in.
Yeah, and it looks like limiter maybe.
Right, so no danger of getting overs.
Exactly.
When you're coming out of the plug-in too. Some other nice features, there's a tuner built in, and you can either view it here, you can mute when you play through it or not.
Right.
So you can choose to mute or not, and if you have this mini tuner selected, when we close this, we've still got a little tuner up here.
Fantastic, man.
Kind of always have it there, which I know you love.
Yeah, I do. I'm an always on tuner guy.
Yeah, we have a couple of different settings here. If you have a mono channel or a stereo channel that you're feeding in, obviously that shows there. But a bigger one is where you're setting the tempo for your time-based effects. And you can either sync that up to the clock in your DAW, so it's rhythmic, going to be locked in there, or you can tap it in, or you can manually set the BPM on that. That's kind of it.
Yeah, and it's so easy to use, because you literally just drop an effect in where you want it, choose an amp, turn the knob.
Yep.
I mean, golly.
Doesn't get much easier than that, does it? Let's take this back off of here and come over here back to our amplifier. Now we also, of course, have an incredible number of presets.
Yeah.
And I know that James has gone through and really tried to duplicate some artist sounds, some of the classic tones, using, again, all those different amplifiers and things. But if we click this, you can either step through different presets, or you can open up the browser over here and scroll through all of them. All of them.
Look at that, you're still in D.
All of them.
E.
on and on. You're all the way down here to ZZ Lead, down there at the bottom. But a very cool thing is that everything's tagged. So if you just want to look at clean tones, you can just look at clean tones with reverb and vintage. You can also favorite different presets so that they show up there as well. So if you look at favorites, you're just going to see that tags, or you can also create your own presets, of course. And you've got save, and that will work in there, and you can tag those. So comprehensive, but really easy to get through.
It really is, and I think the best thing is just how good it sounds.
Yeah, we should check out some presets.
Yeah, I think we should.
Man, we haven't even gotten through the B's yet. There's so many more presets on this whole thing.
It's crazy, man.
Something on this one, though, I think this is the one we were looking at earlier, this ghost note thing here. The detail that's here is so important to the realism.
Exactly.
Really
so let me kind of play some single note stuff. You can really hear the ghost notes.
Just like the real thing, right?
It really
Just
is,
like
man.
the real thing. Let's listen to a few more. So, magically switch to a different guitar here, and let's stay on the same preset. Just hear how it sounds. Ooh. Sounds big. That's massive.
Yeah.
I want to jump down here since you have the Les Paul on. Mm-hmm. Let's try that one. Nice.
Yeah.
That one.
Take the solo.
Sweet child.
Okay. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
Not gonna do it?
Not gonna do it. That's all you get. That's all you get.
That's awesome. Interesting thing about that one is the amplifier is actually bypassed.
Oh, wow.
So bring that in.
Yeah, and no cab, too. Look at that.
No cab, yeah. Man, so many great sounds. There's tons of things there before you even start editing or working with editing.
Super easy. And the sounds start out great, and then you can do whatever you want to.
Yeah, and it feels right.
Yeah,
you know, we're plugged into an Apollo X4 here, running this in Pro Tools, whatever DAW you're using, but it feels right when you plug into it. The amps respond the way you expect them to.
Absolutely.
I think we should dig in deeper with James Santiago, the man behind this.
Let's do it, man.
Okay, so we are here with James and Julian from Universal Audio. James, you are the mastermind behind a lot of the guitar products that have come, well, all the guitar products, right, that have come out of Universal Audio. And Julian, you're the product manager for the new Paradise Guitar Studio. So the two of you guys, this is your child, right?
Yes.
Right? Nobody knows more than these guys, right? Yeah.
Right. That's right. We are very proud of this child.
Yeah, and rightfully so. You should be. So Don and I have been putting it through its paces. I've been using it a lot, and actually, I mentioned when we were in the video a little bit earlier. James said I had been out and seen a very early version of it, and you guys have really brought it together. It's a beautiful piece of work.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, you saw it was pretty rough at the time, but it did all the things we wanted, which I think hopefully for a guitar player, it's like, can I have a pile of pedals? Do I get some cool stuff at the studio console and give me a bunch of amps and then let's leave me in a room for like an hour?
It's going to take more than an hour. You're going to be there for a long time.
Yeah. Preset one for an hour.
That's true. That's true.
So one of the questions that immediately came to my mind is how closely related are the things that are happening in the plugin to the pedals?
They are a one-to-one match. So if you had an Enigmatic or a Dream, that has been carefully port it over, which is a fun term to get it to work on in your DAW and in this environment. The one thing was to get it in there without destroying all of the really touch sensitive work we put into the pedals, which those were essentially sort of little islands. We did treat each one very specifically. There's a lot of stuff hidden in this Paradise application that I wish I could have done in hardware, because you make a piece of hardware, it goes out in the roll, and you can't really change it. You can't add a seventh knob to a piece of hardware a month later. So I think we've been given the chance to put a whole bunch of stuff we always wanted to put in the pedal. So in my mind, it's not only the integrity of the original product, but the improvements that we wish we could have done as those came out over a while.
We really lean into that and made sure that all those tweaky controls that really allows a user to explore their tone and discover their own tone, that's all really laid out right in front of them. So there's no app on the side on your phone. It's all right there and easy to tweak. So
people have been speculating for quite a while that Universal Audio would do like a massive hardware, everything all in one piece. And we've got the plugin that does that. What was the thought process of choosing software versus hardware?
We really did want to address the people who want to get to these sounds, but don't want to drag an actual physical guitar piece around. And the reason we got to do this project is because the company's got this background in making authentic sounding software plugins of the real hardware. So as much as I would love to make some giant piece of hardware, I got to fulfill this dream of making a little island of guitar nerd stuff. And anyone with a computer, which is pretty much everybody, can just go ahead and plug in and have the sound of these Fenders and these sort of boutique amps that you wouldn't have been able to have before. I'm hoping somebody completely does the wrong thing with this plugin, which then makes it right. So
it's a full package that if we wanted to do that in hardware, we might be waiting a couple more years before we're able to do that.
It really makes it all so accessible. That's the thing that is amazing to me, because like say anybody with a computer, you're right there.
A dumble amp in reality is a complicated amp. Regardless of whether it's in a pedal or a piece of software, you walk up to those amps, they had switches in the back, internal trim pots inside the damn things. There's 14 toggles on the front. They're complicated already. So at least for us to be able to serve up those types of boutique classic interfaces on here, I mean, I can save 2 presets, and it's like, okay, well, I've got my 2 favorite versions of that amp right here.
I got to tell you, James, your emulations are always so spot on, because I know that you really know the gear and you're so meticulous about it. And that's what's great about Paradise, is that when you turn a knob on an amp, that's what you're getting. You're getting the physical experience of turning a knob on an amp packed through your monitors.
I'm glad you feel that, because we really do look at every crazy thing that's not on the schematic.
Julian, so when you have a product like this, obviously the focus is getting that launch date, and you're going to hit it and you're getting the product out there in the hands of people. Do you guys have a map then for going forward with it? Do you have more in mind as you move forward?
We know that as soon as this comes out and our customers get their hands on it and start playing it, they're going to be excited, but also they're going to say, oh man, I really wish there was that one pedal or that one effect, or where's that one amp? We are going to keep our ears out and listen for what our customers ask for and what they really want. That'll kind of help shape what future versions of this might look like. We have a bunch of different models that we still have in the bag that we may include in future versions. So really looking forward to hearing back from our customers and helping us shape what we put out next.
Guys, thanks so much for sitting down with us today. I mean, it's just so fantastic to get to hear from the folks actually behind the product, and all the depth and all of the work you guys went to create this is just super cool. So congratulations.
You guys see this stuff all day long. So I know I appreciate, you're playing and, honest assessment of stuff. And
yeah, man.
Yeah, well done, man. Well done.
I remember seeing this in the very earliest version before it even had the nice graphics and everything. I was like, I'll take it. I'm ready.
I know. It's like, honestly, this is no joke. I'm rebuilding my studio board, and I'm going to make sure there's an extra out off of the guitar.
Nice.
Just to make sure I can drive Paradise, man.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you? Exactly. Yeah. You definitely want to check this out. Pretty much any guitar tone you want is in here. You can find it with the combination of amps and cabs and all the different effects and drives and all the things you can do there. Super versatile. Head over to sweetwater.com, check out all the details there, contact your Sweetwater sales engineer, and pick up a copy of Paradise Guitar Studio. You definitely want this one.